We're going to continue this reason along the line of yesterday's reasoning, but without any swearing this time, you know. No bad words still. So, we're still in Jamaica then, you know, before we come to England. So, we're still reminiscing about life in the country, you know what I mean. Take for instance then, my grandmother never tell me that she loved me, you know. I just knew that she loved me, you know. I remember saying to her once, you know, I don't remember how old I was. Where did I come from? She says, I got you from the market. You know? Yeah, that's how country people are like, you know what I mean? They just do things a little way different in the country, you know what I mean? And then, like I tell you, moving to Kingston now. What I like to say about Kingston, I would say Kingston was the style capital of the world. Yeah, that's how I would put it. Because like I tell you before, when you go to Kingston, people walk different. They talk different. They even sit different. If they ride a bicycle, they ride it different. If they ride a bike, they ride it different. They even drive car different. I mean, trust me, everything is that Kingston full of pure, what you would call in England, eccentric, you know what I mean? Individual, you know, every man dress them own style. A different, you know what I mean? Anyway, before I go on any further, this story that I'm telling you about really is about a brethren called Joseph. Same brethren who have the pretty coat. A biblical story. But don't forget it's a story, you know. But let's get back to Kingston and how they do things different. So when you get there, you have to learn some of this style, you know. Learn a different way of walking, different way of talking and all this thing, you know. It's like a new world open up. And like I tell you, because I was living in Kingston, a number of significant things happened in my life. One of them was that His Majesty Selassie come to Jamaica in '66. And I was one of the lucky men who see him when I was 9-year-old. Yeah, yes, I was 9-year-old when I see His Majesty. Yeah. Great man, like I say, but I think all Rastas should really come clean on this one and be honest with themselves. No, I think it goes back to a man before my time, a real bad Jamaican, I say, a brethren called Marcus Garvey. Now, at the time of Marcus Garvey, from what I skim about reading, you know, I can't read very well, but I do a little bit of skimming, as it was, and find out that, yeah, at the time of Marcus Garvey, the black race was literally on its knees. You understand? So Marcus was a man who was looking to inspire people, ways and means of getting them to stand on their own 2 feet. You know what I mean? So at the time when His Majesty was going to be crowned in Ethiopia, Marcus being a well-traveled man and, you know about this event, says, look to Africa, where a king shall be crowned. You know what I mean? He never says that this king was going to be, you know, God's son or whoever returns. He says, look to Africa where a king shall be crowned. Now, after the crowning of this king, you can't find Marcus Garvey anywhere following this king as known God or no return savior. Understand? Because if anyone know Marcus Garvey truthfully, Marcus Garvey is a man who follow no man but his own conscience. You understand? So, those who are following His Majesty, I am not criticizing, like I said before, His Majesty. The man speak great words, great king. But firehouse generals do not follow great kings or even great men. Understand what I mean? And in any case, like I say, in the house of fire where Rasta is, you know what I mean? you follow your leader then, as it was. So if you following Selassie, if you are a follower of His Majesty, you should really be an Ethiopian Orthodox. You understand? Because His Majesty was a member of the Ethiopian Orthodox faith. So if you are a Rasta, then you say you are a Rasta. Because you must know that His Majesty was never a Rasta, never declared himself as a Rasta, you know what I mean? If we're speaking in the religious, spiritual sense of the term, you know what I mean? He was an Ethiopian Orthodox. So if I was praising Selassie and following Selassie, that's what I would be. Because Rasta now is a different business. You see what I mean? Because in Rasta now, we don't bow to either king or queen. You know what I mean? We don't bother come up with them kind of conception there. I have to remember that I'm telling a story, you know. Yeah, I'm telling a story. So that's the Marcus story now, and yeah, I see Selassie. No. How does Joseph come into it? Oh yeah, we're going to use Bob now. Bob Marley as Joseph. Yeah, that's how we're going to use. But before we come on to Bob Marley being Joseph in this story, let's hit on what I would call my early musical influence. The first people them in music that you really latch on to, as you would say, you know, where you feel first like. My first love that I really like was the Wailers. You see what I mean? Because when you hear them, man, we never did know about Bob Marley and the Wailers them time. We would only hear about the Wailers. Some man will sing some tough tune. So because as a little youth, me did like tough tune. And then me did like Toots and the Maytals as well. Because me is a man who like to go to churches, you know what I mean, and enjoy them singing things. They have a certain way of singing, you know. And Toots remind me of this, the way that him sang them, yeah. And then it was a toss-up between Alton Ellis and Slim Smith. But in there I say, alright, I hold on pan Slim. So those was my three main driving music, you know, who were first loving music, you know what I mean? Because I like the toughness of the Wailers, you know what I mean? Yeah, the other significant thing now, you know that I never see Bob Marley perform on stage, you know. No, I hear him sing enough record and thing, but I never get to see him perform on stage. But coming back to the Kingston life now, because I was always a ragamuffin soldier, I was always either uptown, like I tell you, right, downtown. One day downtown now, I see Bob Marley. I reckon it was about 1969. That's what I say anyway. Because it could have been 70, I'm not sure. But I reckon it was about 1979. Because them time them have a big afro just going rough. That mean him just did I go dread up. Now I might never see him from the front or the side, you know. I was behind him. But I knew it was him by the way that he walked and the people them at the side who was hailing. Hailing is when, like in Jamaica, when you say hello, man was saying, yes, Bob. And he was not walking, because I tell you, in Jamaica, man, have enough different style of walking, you know. They don't walk like how you see people walk in England here, just walk as if you are soldiers. It's like every man have a different style of walking. Sometimes you see a man walking and you have to stop and watch the walk. You know them way there. Yeah man, wicked walk. So Bob was walking, I wouldn't say he was walking, I would say he was treading. You know? Moving through, you know. So me didn't know it was him. But at the time, no, alright, you don't see that and that gone. You see that? That don't play no significance at that time. But later on as you develop, you know, you realize that everything happened for a reason. And nothing is a coincidence. But I reckon I was 12 at that time. That's what I say. Selassie come when I was 9 and I sight Bob when I was 12. So you know, say I man is a soldier of the 9, you know. It's a 9, number 9 stick this, you know. Yeah. I love the number 9. But 12 when I work it out in England in the head, then I say, you know, say it good to be 69, I see Bob, so I was 12. So that was I and I first encounter now how I'm going to fit in the story here now of Bob being Joseph. It's a story, you know. I don't want you to take the story serious, you know what I mean? Stories are, we tell stories to entertain people, you know what? Well, I do anyway. So it's a story. Yeah. Now, where was I in this way? Yeah, coming back to the story, man. Bob Marley being Joseph. So the original story of Joseph then, as told in the Bible, called story, I think. This brethren, I think it was Jacob, he had 12 sons. And Joseph was supposed to be the second to the last son. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know. I know he was one of them. Anyway, the father gave him a pretty coat. You know, a nice fancy coat, like, you know. Yeah, man. And the rest of brother got jealous over this coat. And, you know, some wanted to dust him out. What I mean dust him out, I mean some wanted to kill him. And some objected to this and said, no, it's our brother, so we'll sell him into slavery. So they sell him into slavery down there. You know what I mean? That was, that I reckon that is 11 brothers then. Joseph included. So Joseph is the innocent one, but the other 10 come to some decision down there now. And sold him into slavery in that time. Now, according to what we would call in Jamaica Rasta tradition, you know, they have a thing called the 12 tribe of Israel. So they run this system that I'm telling you about, the 12 tribe of Israel. You know, very colorful, the 12 tribe people, them, you know. Red, green, and gold. Nice color, very colorful. See, they are the one who run the 12 tribe business now. So, under that system now, you have Bob Marley being Joseph. So, I mean, the lion. Yeah, because he's a February man. You see what? You see? Yeah, man, I'm sure the man is a February man. But I never worked out the significance of this meeting. You remember when I tell you that when I was 12, I see the lion walking up ahead, treading, and I was behind. But at the time, I never did really click that I was born in March. And he was a February man. And after Joseph come Benjamin, you know, so never know where I go on. Yeah, because he had another son, you know. This son was called Benjamin. Now Benjamin was innocent in all of this on the grounds that he was too young. Yeah, where was he? Yeah, he was with the father. Yes, man. So you see the significance of that meeting in Jamaica. A long time, man, about 69. Yeah, don't forget it's a story, you know. But I mean the significance of the meeting is that I see this man and I was behind him. You see what I mean? They recognize him, but they never recognize the fire lad coming up behind. Is it a story or is it true? Well, I don't know anyway. That's just my imagination running away with things. That's just the way I see things when I'm planning a story. Anyway, so the story is now that in this modern time, we're trying to blend this Joseph of old with the Joseph of now, where we now having Bob Marley now as Joseph. You see what I mean? And now you're all noticing Joseph, you know what I mean? Because of course Joseph has got the pretty coat. Rastafari, is it, man? So everyone now is staring at the pretty coat. But I'm telling you, that coming up behind is the dread from the firehouse. Benjamin. Now, where did Benjamin get the firehouse business from? Yeah, we know other than the terrible and dreadful overlord himself. Because I told you I've always been with the Father. If you think I'm joking, even in the 12 tribe philosophy, under there, how they have it. Benjamin is the governor of the foot. Brethren, I've been walking about 40,000 miles since I've been on this planet, you know. Yeah, man, I say, walk out. In fact, when I was a youth in the country, I walked some far, far place. Down a country, so galang, way down so. And over so. And way down, galang, down over yonder. No far. I tell you, man, lots of, for those who are listening, lots of walking, you know, walking long distance to far places. Way over there, you know what I mean? Lots of walking. Go to Kingston. Lots of walking. Walk all over Kingston. Come to England. Lots of walking. Yeah, I never really managed to drive none of the iron them, as I would call them, you know, the motor vehicle them. I don't really feel the vibe for them still. You know what I mean? So, coming back to this story again, is it a story? Yes, it's definitely a story. It's about this Joseph fella, isn't it? Yeah, it's about Joseph. You know what I mean? Did I mention Marcus Garvey? That's a bad man, you know. I don't know why when I'm reasoning, I don't mention more about Marcus Garvey. He's a real bad man, you know. But here how it is now. Here how it is now. The bad soldiers. When I say bad, I mean the spiritual masters that you see come through before. Like Marcus and Jesus and these forces. They usually gather around them others. But what they really gathering is negative energy. What I mean negative energy, did you not see that one of these energies betrayed Jesus? You know what I mean? One of the disciples. So, and then when you study Marcus properly now, you will see that negative energies quickly gathered around him, informing on him, you know, giving him bad advice to get bad ships and all them things there, you know. So you find out that in the firehouse we study all the mistakes, you know, going back in the past about how negative energies gather around. You see what I mean? But because we are from the firehouse now. Is it? Yeah, fire. Is it? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because we're from the firehouse then. No negative energies cannot gather around. Because you see with us now, firehouse men don't look for the disciples. You know what I mean? You can't follow the firehouse master. Firehouse master is not interested in no disciple. You know what I mean? Firehouse master is only telling you that you have to make the connection yourself. So, a firehouse master will not set up any organization. No, in fact, a firehouse master come to destroy organization. Yeah, man. Am I a firehouse master? No, I'm telling a story. I mean, it's all a story about even the firehouse master thing. It's all part of the story that I'm spinning about. What's the fellow called again? Joseph. You see? But the story is really kind of trying to reveal or find out who this Benjamin is. Because this guy is he don't look like he ever did grow up, so anybody having it. I don't know what happened to him. Do you know what happened to him? I don't know what happened to that fella anyway. But it's a Jamaican story, you know, because that's where certain things happen. and that's where the tail have to grow from. So we're looking at it, you know what I mean, in a Jamaican context. But going off the point again to another point, did you know that Jamaica is a very spiritual place? You know, they have churches building everywhere. But I'm sure, well, I'm definitely positive about this. It is the only place on earth that constantly sing about one love. They must have about 3 million, 4, maybe more million songs. Have you ever listened to roots music, reggae music? Constantly singing about love. They sing more about love than people who, I don't know, write hymns. There's more truth in reggae music, the roots, than you will find in him. That's why you find Rastaman don't really have to sing him, you know, him just play some reggae music, you know. Pure wicked, every man singing. You know about Bob Marley, you know about that man, but there's loads of men singing about truth and rights. And yeah man, all Peter Tosh and those men. But there is even a deeper reggae than that, you know. In fact, I should tell you this story as well. Because, like I tell you, in Jamaica, you have all kind of style, all different way of talking, walking, sitting, riding. And then you have the Rasta man as well. He's another eccentric guy, you know. The Rasta man, he's completely different. In fact, when some Rasta man speak to some other Jamaican, they don't know what he's on about, you know. Yeah, because Rasta kind of slice up the language a little bit different, you know. And I tell it up and you know. So Rasta have a different talk. You know what I mean? He also have a different music. Now, like I was saying, this guy here, Joseph, no, I think he's actually he's from what in the house of Rasta called the 12th tribe, but in the house of Nyabing, you know. That is where you will find out they have now the deeper roots of the Rasta music. You know what I mean? A bit deeper than Bob them music now. Deep down in the bingy there now, we don't play any electrical instrument. You know, some red eye jet beating some drums. You know, just drums alone, you know, bongo. First instrument of sound and power. You know what I mean? So down there now it's where the deep roots then of reggae life. I prefer those kind of music. You know what I mean? I don't know say when the drum is beating and burning urban, you know. Natural, so I like those kind of music. Check them out. Deep roots. You know what I mean? But those above deep roots like Marley and Culture, Burning Spear, Peter Tosh, you know what I mean? Twinkle Band. Too much to name Gladiators and all them, man. The bad enough modern man who is singing the roots. You know what I mean? But here we're talking about deep roots. You know what I mean? Are we talking about deep roots or a story about this fella Joseph? It's a story about Joseph or about the mighty Fire Lord. I don't even know which one of them the story is about. Or is it about Benjamin? I don't really recollect which one of them it's about. But while I cannot remember who the story is about then, I will skip now and arrive in England here now. See, the lion is here, you know. So, arriving in England here now, for the first 12 years I never know what was going on here, you know. No, I think I should revert back to Jamaica quickly. I will come back to England, but I have to revert back to another very important incident that happened in Jamaica that I never knew about at the time, but trust me, I don't think a day go by in England when I don't wonder why this thing happened or for what reason. I will tell you the thing now. It was when I was coming to England. You know, when my parents sent for me, I was on one of them runaway business, like I tell you, because I'm a wild man, you know. So they had to come and look for me. I don't know where in Kingston they find me and says, your mom sending for you. You know what I mean? Anyway, At that time, I never knew where the passport office was downtown. But my auntie showed me, and after that, I arranged everything. Get my own passport out, and go downtown and book my own flight. But when I was going downtown, I remember I said to my auntie, when shall I tell them that I want to leave Jamaica? She says to me, Paul, she kind of looks at me, Paul, tell them that you want the earliest flight that you can get out of Jamaica. Yeah. So I set up a flight and thing. The day before I was coming to England now, in the neighborhood there was some dread who have a shop. They just know me like they know any other youth. So I went and tell them that I'm going to England, And one of them says to me, hold on. And he went round the back. I think them dread, there was what they call in Jamaica, Coptics. Yeah, Coptic dread, because they used to go downtown to a church, I don't know where the church was. I think there was some Coptic dread. But anyway, he come back with his Bible and he was reading. I don't know, up till this day I don't know what he was reading, you know what I mean? Because when you're young at that age, you're not really focusing on them kind of runnings. Well, I wasn't. And him reading Bible, but it's not the fact that he was reading his Bible that stuck in my mind, it's the fact that he was crying. Because trust me, that nobody never cried for me when I come to England. I think they was happy to get rid of me. People was happy. But this particular man, you cried. And the man is not my relative. Understand? Why would a man want to read a Bible and cry? You know what? Me take them things serious now. Me can't forget it. Anyway, moving to England see? For the first 12 years, I tell you, like, you just running around as a drinking, gambling, and just moving with the flow. But when 27 come and I wake up now, it's like all of a sudden I'm deciding that, okay, my parents come here to work and better themselves. No problem with that. They send for me, so I come here with a different intention. I never come here with no intention for work and better myself. I come to England because my parents sent for me. You understand? So I'm now deciding that I am here for a different reason than them. So eventually I decide, so watch an lion. You see these people here? They are represented by the lion, the tree lion. You can see it on them. But this is not a natural lion country. Natural lion country is Africa. Now, naturally, as you know, I wasn't born in Africa. But I have my African ancestry anyway. As you can see, I'm a big ugly face here. So in my DNA, then I've got those things. And the lion is from Africa. You know what I mean? So, you know how mad I am already. I don't really have much sense when we decide something, So I have decided in myself then, that watch here. These are not the real lion here in England, Because you can tell that they believe that they are the lion. They are the king of the jungle. That's what you would like to believe, yeah? That's why when I study your little history, you try to conquer the whole world once, you know what I mean? I think these fellas are in Revelation, Is it? Anyway, check Revelation, I'm not sure. But I'll spin a story about it anyway. Sometimes when things come in your head, you must spin the story quick or it will jump out the window. So in Revelation, I hear them say that there's 4 great beasts. In the end, when things get really hot, you know what I mean? These beasts are the eagle, the dragon, the lion, and the bear. Well, I identify the eagle as the murderers who go over there and kill off the red man and call themselves American. And some evil people, many people, them the killer on the earth, my friend. All today, them are the biggest killer. I'm sure, man. I'm not about you innocent American people, because you are sheep, you don't know what's going on. I'm not about the elite at the top, the killing machine. That's a man. The devil boy them, the real devil boy them. Yeah, you follow them. Yeah, and then you have the bear. big strong man, Russia. One of the beasts, them, you know. And you have the dragon round the China. Yeah, and I'm in this one your territory now, the lion. Yeah, the lion. Yeah, we are in the lion, but Kevin said, you know, say, I usually say I'm using the gorilla mind, but tonight I'm not use the gorilla mind, I'm coming lion style, you know, fire lion. So, cause I man is a fire lion now. Don't forget it's still a story, you know. But Joseph and all them man, they coming back around, so and gone up, you know. But we're going up, coming to England now as the fire lion, you know. Cause don't forget after Joseph come Benjamin, like I'm telling you. So now we're showing you some movements of Benjamin, you see me? Cause I deal with Joseph already, so at the time of Benjamin now, so Benjamin is now coming in as the fire lion. But it's a story. You know, like when people can't understand, see, I tell them a story, you know. So anyway, we arrive in England now, and as the story goes, the fire lion, who's the fire lion again? But I will remind you later on. The fire lion decide now that the lion that is here is one of them great beasts that is going to be on the earth at the planet. At the end of whatever them are called, you know what I mean? And because the lion now is the one who represents the king of the jungle, he have to deal with that one. Because the fire lion a bad boy, you don't trust me. If I was you, I won't even want you, okay? And then you don't know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with a fire lion. What am I laughing about? Anyway, coming back to the story now. I have decided that, okay, I am going to mash down Babylon. You ever hear about when the Rastaman them talk about mash down Babylon? Yeah, that is what the fire lion is here to do. I don't remember who the fire lion is, but somebody tell me that the fire lion is coming to mash down Babylon. You know, burn it down to the ground. Now, how could the fire lion be mashing down Babylon and burning it down to the ground? Don't be thinking of a literal fire, you know what I mean? The fire lion do not deal with evil and those kind of things, you know? Violence and those kind of things. No, the fire lion burn the evil down within the mind of human beings. And the fire lion, like I tell you, can easily do that because he get the fire from the regions of the sun. Does he? But how could anybody go to the regions of the sun? It's too hot. That's why I say sometimes you can't take yourself seriously when you're telling a story. Because the story is too ridiculous to be true. So even you yourself wonder, if it's true you're telling, or is it a story? How can the fire lion get the light from the sun? It was too hot for anyone to travel there. I dare any human being to travel to the sun. The only way you can do it is if you are a fire lion. What am I on about a fire lion? Yeah, I mean, that's it I remember now. A fire lion is one who transcends the mind. Yeah, you can transcend the mind, you know. The mind is your little prison. Yeah, that's where you're locked up in. I don't know which department you are locked in. But I know that most human beings are locked in some department of the mind. But the fire lion transcends the mind. Can he? I'm not sure if he can, but somebody did say that he can. I don't remember if it was God himself who said you could transcend the mind by what did God say? I think God said there's one way you could actually do it. He's got a big key called the key of honesty. Honesty. Yeah, honesty is a key that can open any door, you know what I mean? So, because to hold the key of honesty, you have to be pure and clean. Not in the sight of man, you know. Because man cannot see very well. You know, There's a lot of blind people, they don't see nothing, you know. But trust me, the fire lion is glad to report that the terrible and dreadful overlord himself see the heart and mind and soul and the aura of all human beings, woman or man, you know what I mean? That's nothing that for Jah. You know, hey, what's the story about Joseph then? No. I think the story has moved on from Joseph now. What it was after, you know? They've dispatched Joseph now, and I think Joseph is at the stage, you know, where they are admiring his pretty coat, you know what I mean? Just like how you see they admiring Bob Marley, and you know what I mean? Like, you know, these, like I keep calling them deluded-minded people then. They worship anybody, you know. No, but Bob was my brother. I love his singing. You know what I mean? I love Bob singing. Let me have a drink and come in. I love Bob Marley tunes. So we're in Oldham here now. I think it's about 200 miles to London. So if Bob was a train then, I would catch Bob. And I would get off about 25 miles from London. If Bob was a train. The reason for that is now that, like I tell you, I love his music. You know, the man sings some wicked music. But when him stop singing and him talking now, this is where me I go get off the train. Cause this is when him going to tell me about His Majesty now. You don't know, say, well, I don't walk that way. You understand? So you have a lot of people who I like their singing. But singing and talking is two different things. Sometimes people must think, just because you have mouth and you talk, that's not talking, you know? You have to learn, you have to be what them call a wordsmith. Make words, you know. So some people cannot talk. They sing very well. Lovely voices, you know. Nice singers. Sing some nice songs. You know what I mean? And you love those songs. But talking is a different thing, you know what I mean? It's a completely different thing than, you know. So you find, I say, it doesn't mean because you sing well you can talk well. So a lot of singers, I enjoy their singing, but I know that I don't follow them when they're talking. So I would not be following anyone then who is dazzled by the crown of His Majesty. You know what I mean? I am not dazzled by anyone. What do you mean you're not dazzled by anyone? What about, no, I'm not dazzled by the light of Jesus, and like I tell you, I do not idolize superstar. You know what I mean? No superstar like that. All you who is, I told you that I work with the spirit of fearless. So, I tell you something, you see a man like me, if I walk into the court of God, you know, like how you like to imagine. I know God have no court, but in your own idiotic imagination, that God have a court upstairs there then. And in his court, he's got his archangel. And some other super angel, you know, and lesser angel, and you know, and he's got his son sitting beside him, you know. Jesus, hey, you see him, there, he's sitting beside him. When I walk in court, everybody in a court keep quiet, all God's son, trust me. You know, you also, we are fearless. So that means to say when time they see me walk into court, speak some English so everyone can understand. When I walk into court, everyone keeps silent, including the Son of God, because I don't have no business with him. Fearless deal with the Father himself directly. We don't deal with archangel, and we don't deal with no lesser angel and no being. I wonder if you understand what I mean. You must think that because I'm laughing and joking, and you know, this is a serious thing. The spirit that is in this body talking. Yeah? Don't deal with anyone but the terrible and dreadful overlord himself. And the reason for that is because I have seen the one. Have I? Well, I know no human being ain't going to believe that anyway. But this is not a matter of belief, because I am not selling you anything or telling you anything to believe or trying to prove anything. Because like I tell you, I've got no organization. I don't care who want to believe or not. Because I don't deal with belief. I'm a knower. You understand? I know things. So when I tell a boy or a girl, don't get insulted because they call you boy. But sometimes call me a bad man. I like to call human beings, you know, like that. You say when I'm like a puny human beings, you know, that crawl up on God earth. I will tell you definitely that not only 100%, like I tell you, I don't like to deal with 100%. I like to deal with, I say, about 500 trillion billion percent. And then when that finish, add another about another million trillion billion percent on top of that. Certainty. I say, certainty. I say, certainty that the one is in you. You see what I mean? So it's not a matter of say, oh, I believe the one is in human beings. I don't believe nothing. I know it. And just like I tell you, when I never know it, I never go around the earth telling people that I believe the one is in them. I know. I never said nothing. I only did it, start doing it, when I seen the one myself. Now me know say no human being where come out a woman has seen that before. You know what I mean? But it's a big deal to other human being. Ain't no big deal to me. You think a big deal to me? Because like I'm saying, all I know is that I will kill any man. When I say I'll kill them, don't get jumpy. I want to kill them with a knife. I mean, with words, truth, reality, if you want to call it that way. I is the master. But don't get me wrong, you know. Don't think I'm saying, oh, Ital is the master. When you speak, people get a bit carried away. I'm just reflecting sunlight. It's not my light. It's your light as well. I'm just telling you that you can get connected and be a bad boy yourself. Every human is a bad boy or a girl. In intelligence. Super duper duper. All I'm trying to do is to get you to connect. I ain't selling you nothing. Well, anyway, like I tell you, if you don't want to listen to what the fire lion is saying, you're going to get crash in this time, because you must think that anything is going to get fixed on this planet. Because like I tell you, you are being ruled over by devils. From India to China to Europe to America to Africa, the whole planet is been run. Is it is? No, is run by devils who have set up law against the law of God. That little stupid thing that you call law. In fact, in my next lecture, it will be about law. But this little idiotic, what you call structured law, is nothing more than anarchy against the law of God. And you shall pay for it, I tell you. Oh yeah, you can't break the law of God and get away with it, you know. Did you not know that God have laws like a keeper reminding you? The whole universe is run by law. And God obeys law as well. You know what I mean? So you will have to pay for this little idiotic business that you call law. And all you deluded beings who are supporting this idiotic law that man has set up on earth, you too will have to pay as well. You understand? So when you join the army, like I tell you, and police was suppressing and beating the shit out of your fellow human being, brutalizing them, don't think that you're going to get away with nothing. Because like I tell you, super duper has put the black box in you. Memory. Happy to report from the firehouse. Now any boy who come out of them mother, or woman for that matter, has the black box in them, you know. The black box is, like I tell you, the memory is a chip. That's all. Record all your little dirty deeds. Yeah, all your little secret deeds, Rasta, is recorded. So, like I say, coming back, it's still a story now. Now, how did I discover that I was Benjamin? Oh, it was when I find out that I was born in March, and then I meet some 12 tribe people, and they tell me the story. And then I find out that astrology as well, that I am Pisces, the fish. But just like in 12 tribe, there's many Benjamin, and Pisces, there's many fish. As many fish as there is in the sea. But some fish are very, very rare, you know. I reckon, you know. And the ocean is very, very deep. Well, I'm one of them fish. What I call a rare fish. You know, you don't see a fish like I and I too often. Is it? Have you seen a fish like me before? Well, maybe they have been fishes. Maybe they have been fishes like me, I don't know. Well, I know anyway, I'm a fish that swims very, very deep. You know what I mean? And I don't ram to swim to the depths, you know. So you find out then, because I'm a fish that swims very, very deep, you understand? I do not. There's not enough room in a stream for a fish like me. Is it? No, the depths of stream would not be enough for me to go in. Neither would rivers. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I don't, books and holy masters are like that to me. They are streams. Nevertheless, a stream serve a very good purpose. Not to deny that. I am just saying that I do not swim in streams. You understand? But you won't find a fire soldier doing that, swimming in streams. No, we swim in the great ocean, which is Rastafari himself. What you call God. So, to the fire lion, God is the ocean, and we go and swim in the depths of God. Very, very far in God. You know what I mean? Because you know God is deep, you know. God's so deep and deep and deep and deep, and so it's not as if you're going to drown if you spend your time swimming the depths of God. So that is what the fire lion has done, swimming the depths of God, finding out some story. You don't know no story until you swim the depths of God, you know. That's when you are swimming the depths of God, that's when you can make up a story. And when you make these stories up as you go along, you don't even remember what you said or when you say it or how or why. But you do know at the same time that stories should be told. And it is a story you're telling of how you live there now from Jamaica, arriving here in England to do a job of burning Babylon down. Is it? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Well, I hear one time from myself that, did I hear it from myself? I don't know if I hear it or did I tell myself. I think, no, I told myself. You see, because after when you reach 27, when you find out about Rastafari, the living one, you start to imagine all kind of things. So I tell myself now that, listen, brethren, because you can call yourself brethren, you know, not only other people. So I says to myself, listen, brethren, what reason could you be born for? Because people think they're born for all kind of reasons, you know. They think they might born to, you know, have a nice house, car, this, book, that, all kind of different desire and things. But I personally think that the only reason, because I even says to God himself, me and God was reasoning the other day. Enough time me and God reason, I say, surely there's only one reason why you could have met me come here. Because if it's just so alter the whole runnings of what is going on earth. Because if me all dead and this don't happen, I would be vexed. And them kind of thing them tell myself. So no one can convince me that I am not here to mash down Babylon. In fact, I take the last time I seen my mom, I said, Mom, you know them old ladies, I'm going to mash down Babylon, you know. She says, Paul, how are you going to do that, son? I said, boy, man, I don't know what I mash down Babylon anyway. I said, anyway, yes, I and I will mash down Babylon, but I can't mash down Babylon. Am I God? No, man, I'm not God, man, but Babylon, we mash down Babylon anyway, still. You know what I mean? Because that's the only reason why I was born into this world. I wasn't born for no other reason. Because you know me, man, I'm stupid still. Because I don't see nothing on the earth that I desire and want. I like pretty things like them things, you know. You see them things, you know. And them things. But I don't really like jewelry and money and you know what I mean. And when I hear about heaven and all the glories in there, I don't really fancy them things there either. I am a lover of truth and rights, you know, the law. I wonder if, but because this law is hidden, it look like these people don't understand the law and the joys of loving the law, the laws of truth and rights. You should learn that life is a physical and a non-physical. So the real law, right, you are positive and negative. The negative law is what you are having on the outside. You know what I mean? The law that you can be seen, can be read in books. But the invisible law exists within that you cannot see. That's the real law. You know what I mean? So you are holding on to negativity rather than positivity to balance it out as it was. So that is it. Coming back to the story, like I said, tell the tale. You know, that's why you shouldn't leave from left to right and come back around. You know. But it come back to the same story then that I am here in England to do a job. Well, I live here in England. I'm on the planet to do a job. I don't deal with small matters. That's one thing about me. I never deal with small matters. So if it's human beings, I don't just deal with black. No. Or white. Or male. Or female. I deal with the whole. Everything. You know what I mean? So you find that I deal with the oneness like they say in Jamaica. One love, one everything. You know what I mean? So I am here then to oversee the cleansing of the planet. Is it? Oh yes. I always have a table here and it's always dirty. So I always use it as a representation of the planet. And say we will clean it from east, west, north and south. I heard them devil boys saying that they're going to it's a new world order. I wonder if they know that is on the flip side of that same kind is the new world order. Yeah, you better get on board. There's a new world order coming. But not any world order. This is a one love world order. You know what I mean? So, like I tell you before, if you're in the house of belief and those things, you should run quick. Get out of there. If you are an unbeliever, you should shift your position quickly and get to know. So I am appealing to my brothers who are asleep as it was. In the house of unbelief and the house of belief. You know what I mean? This is the time to wake up. You know what I mean? Obviously a lot of you won't wake up, you know what I mean? You will have to be swept away in this cleansing, you know what I mean? But don't worry, you won't die. You'll be going to the other side and reaping exactly what you sow in here. Just like those who have gone before you, you know what I mean? Because trust me, no one escaped the judgment. How could you have memories in you? That's a memory of bad boy, man. Yeah, and you know that for all you what you would call yourself now, all you elitists or whatever you want to call yourself, wouldn't you feel good if you could defeat the master death? Well, don't worry, you're not going to die anyway. People like you are going to wish you could die. I don't know who tricked you to be doing what you're doing, and convince you that you can defeat the laws of the universe, and that maybe in some way you will gain some favor with this Satan. The only Satan that you're going to encounter is the one that you and your mates have created in the dark side. You'll love him when you reach there. He'll definitely be waiting for you, because he'll have to give you your reward, innit? You know, whatever it is you desire. And you know that people like you don't desire anything good, you know. All selfishness and all evil and vile, innit? Where you going to reap it? You ever see when a man plant like oranges or tangerine and it grows, it produces fruits? When you reach on the other side, we put you in a valley, you see all these trees, and growing on there will be all the wicked. That's the fruit you're going to have to eat. Is it? It's a story, man. Don't worry yourself, man. Who says anything like that? Because who says there's any meaning in life anyway? Maybe life is an accident. Because that's what some people tell me. Some people tell me there's no meaning in life. But as according to my story then, I reckon there's a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. And it would be vital for you if you know this little bit could actually save your soul. You know what I mean? Because some souls need to be saved in this time. So coming back round to the story then, as a fire lion, am I doing this? Coming back round to the story. Because you see I? Yeah, because I is the fire lion. I is a term that Rasta use when meaning I and the I that walk with I. Because I is a fire lion. I am telling the people of the earth that I am here to clean up. Clean up what though? This earth is a beautiful place. The earth is not dirty, is it? Or is it? Well, I feel it is. I don't remember if the earth is dirty anyway, but the last time, if I remember correctly, there was a lot of vile human beings living on this planet. Yeah, making bombs and guns and tanks and drones and bunker buster bomb and nuclear bomb and them have a lot of big bombs to blow one another up, you know, hunting, killing. I've been to some places in the universe, I've told you. I've traveled all over. Is it a story or is it a fact? I think it was a story. Yes, one time I was on a planet far away down there. And those people down there, they know, they practice a thing down there called one love. On that planet down there. They never see such a peaceful set of people living nice, lovely planet. You know? And then I went to another planet, they practice peace over there. You know? Peace planet was beautiful. Over there, I went to another planet, unity. What a planet lovely over there, man. I went to Al Jai. You ever been to Jai? Have you ever been to Jai planet? Yeah, man, they're nice down at Jai planet, you know. No problem. All the planet have honesty. No problem. So you see, you have all these lovely planets around, man. And then when I come to this planet, I thought to myself, yeah, well, another phone break again, you know. Hustle and bustle of life. Where was I again? Was I in Jupiter or did I arrive at this planet? Anyway, I was moving through the universe, yeah? And a zipper, zoop, zoop, zap, zap, zoop, zap. And then bursting through and arriving on this earth here. After visiting all those beautiful planets, was I shocked when I get here? I did not believe, if anyone had told me before I arrived here, that you have beings in the universe who live like how man live here, I would never believe it. I swear to God, I will never believe it. Not after visiting those planets and the outer flanks of the universe. Is it a story or true? Am I telling a lion, man, or is it a fact? I don't even know. I don't even know.
I think we got an hour already.
All right then. My Rose is saying that it's a fact that on this planet he find it that this is some of the most vile human beings within the universe. And I totally agree with him. I have never found such sickos. But don't get upset because I'm calling you sicko, you know. God never created sickos. I'm just saying that you're acting like sickos. And even those people who are acting like sickos, you are still my brothers and sisters. That's why I have to tell you the truth. Like it is raw. You see me acting, you're acting. No man, if you just know if you could just understand the beauty that is within yourself. You know, you're so far away from yourself. Far, far from the way that God created you. So you're acting like pigs and swine. No man, hog we call them in Jamaica. Pigs are acting better than you. You human being, like I say, I find the animals are behaving better in this time than human beings. You know what I mean? You know, human beings are just vile and disgusting, horrible, nasty. Is it? Are they really like that? I don't. Sometimes when I don't even know if I dream these things. Or if they are a fact that human beings are disgusting and vile. Even coming to England here, you know, some of the sickening things, the mind cannot, you have to learn to numb your mind so you can't take in all the vile and evil thing that they do in these places. No wonder the man cried when I was leaving Jamaica. He must have been thinking, may God help your soul when you reach down to Babylon net to blow out. You know what I mean? So you find out, say, like them ever saying, when you go to Rome, do what the Roman do. You have to fight, you have to be very powerful up here not to do what the Roman do. But trust me, I would rather dead. So me say, no, but anyway, he's a fire lion, he's a bad boy, you know what I mean? It's a way of survival, you know what I mean? You see, if I might come from Jamaica, I've always been living on my own up here in England. Don't get me wrong, you know, I've always had a daughter, like, I've got 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl. You see me? I may end up seeing me right now. 3 grandsons and a granddaughter. You know what I mean? And all my kids have different mothers. Yes, a different mother. That's the flex work. You know what I mean? So, I've been floating around. But right now I'm resting on my own. You know what I mean? Like I says, like in the 2012 year, I want to burn fire on my own. So I'm not really dealing with any female in the 2012. You know what I mean? The only way I'm going to sex any woman is with some lyrics, some words, you know? Ram that in there, yeah, me no mind that. Ram words. But when we're in the sex business in 12, we don't know about next year, you know? But right now, you know, in a war time, in my mind, war, you know, in a real fire. So when the fire is spitting, we don't have time. You don't really go on them kind of way there, the attachment kind of way with your daughter. That's what right now I'm not even attached up to no one. You see me? I says, brethren, if my walking stick was a sword, yeah, and my whole family standing in front, this is sword of truth, you know, and my whole family, grandkids, mother, father, brother, sister, stand in front of it, and them not dealing with the truth, I just push it right through them without even blinking. Yeah, man, you think me a joke? Kill anyone with the truth, so I don't really have no time to deal with anyone personally. You know, do you know what I mean personal? No one at all. No special friend, nobody in the whole wide world. Mother, father, brother, sister. You're either with the truth or you're against it. So if the truth is a sword, me kill you with it and smile. Like that, you know. And just truth and right we defend. To the fullest. I always say to myself, truth and right to the fullest authority. You know, that means to the fullest. Not just no half measure business, you know what I mean? I don't deal with half measures, you know what I mean? I am not a preacher man who preach in book. I tell you what you want to do as well. You see, if you ever listen to me speaking and spitting lyrics on any one of my DVD, I want you to go and get your preacher, or go and get your learned man. I want to challenge your learned man. Get a very clever one who is a scholar. Those are the type of men we like to kill with lyrics. Go and find them. We must have some very clever man down there who know the spirit and the mind. They must be studying down where the Oxford and Cambridge and get some from America, Yale. Now, where is the other great university where they have great minds? Great minds who think they know God. Come and bring them here. Yeah? They better make sure say them know God because I will kill you, boy. Oh, yes, man. When we say we kill man, trust me, I'm not joke, man. We kill any human being. You better make sure say you're running a this higher lion. Say your heart, where God is concerned, a burn at about 1 billion% like the center of an atomic bomb. You better make sure say you're there on cure. And if you're there on cure, you know, from your hear I man a spit, you don't know say the truth and the rights. You know, see, because I know for myself, look here when human beings say, this is the higher self speaking. So it is the self of a human being. So any one of you out there who hear, and I'm telling you, stop ignoring yourself. Listen to the little voice that them say that it is within. Me have seen that one. That is the terrible and dreadful one. The one is real. It's you make these little idiots, I call them idiots, entrap you in negative religion and having you running up and down mountain and going walking around and jumping in the Ganges, you see what I mean? That's all a load of bullshit. You think that is ever going to save your soul? You could live a million years, a billion. I would like to use some bad word, but I won't be using any. What? You see, you could live as long as you are believing in them kind of nonsense. You ain't going nowhere. You will remain as blind as a bat. Understand me? Your priests and your imam and all your scholars and all them are as blind as bats. You see me? Yeah, man. Because when you can see, brethren, any man who can see and know don't have to read any book. I'm not saying you can't read book, you know. But when it comes to speaking God's word, you don't have to read any books or repeat anything that anybody say. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree that if a man know God, he should be able to sit and spit fire non-stop? Boof, boof, bap, bap, bap. Why not? Unless this God is an idiot and is not equipping his worker with lyrics then. You know, imagine you work for God, yeah? Like me who work for the terrible and dreadful overlord himself. Imagine that I'm working for God and God don't give me any dangerous lyrics to speak, so that I have to resort to reading my Bible and my Quran and my Bhagavad Gita and my I Ching to find words to tell to people. And I work for God. This can't be so. I said, listen, God, man, I want live lyrics, man. I don't want no second-hand lyrics, man. I want when we go out there and talk, me punctuate my lyrics through, boy. Make it bust all him 2 point and come through all him aura. You see, man? Certainty. That's what I want to deal with. I don't want to have to go to a read no little book like I say, swimming stream. You know? And I have to be quoting prophets like I say, like a stream. I want to swim in the ocean because the ocean exists. You see? So I'm like a salmon making my way back to the ocean where I can swim wide. You see what I mean? I'm not into no little puny, you know? Second-hand business. We have to deal with what is right and what is correct, what is truthful, what is honest. You know, see, did you not hear repeat it again, what they say in the Bible? You shall know them by the fruits that they produce. So how come you don't notice that the preachers and all them are producing bad fruits? In fact, they can't grow any. All they do is just keep repeating the same garbage, like I tell you. Like how birds regurgitate whatever dead fish they go and catch for the chicks. It's the same way these preachers, that's all they regurgitating, all the bullshit that has been rammed in, dead thing that has been rammed down into them. But them cannot fire from the heart like how the firehouse lie on fire. You see, because we are natural. They could never make up any story and tell any tale, you know what I mean? Because them tale and them stories are dead. They're not live. You know what I mean? They don't know God. Because to know God, you have to live God. Not go on preaching, you know what I mean? Because these are worshipping God. These are worshipping God. These are worshipping God, eh? The man, them are worship God. And yet they have no respect for the earth. You see me? So how can that be? How? You're so busy worshipping God when you should be loving the earth. You're worshipping God and you don't love your fellow human being. How you think this is going to work? You think God is an idiot? You've got everything the wrong way around, you know what I mean? Exploiting the earth, abusing the earth, and then going to worship God. Are you abusing your brother, exploiting your brother, and then going to worship God? The very earth that gives you everything that you've got. Your food, your clothes, everything, and then you worship God. Well, I think that's enough firing from the firehouse for tonight, see? So right now we are going to fire out and fade out. See you on the next reel.